Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night where you guys are out there in the world. As we look into the space, listen, time is ticking. We are getting closer to the Bitcoin halving, which obviously does result in the market still waking up throughout that entire time. And as we do look at Bitcoin, it is still ranging around roughly $43,700. XRP recently having a nice run up in the market. Don't worry, we will address it in this video as well. If we look at the top 24-hour movers, well, guess what? Flare is waking up in a big way. Love to see it. Flare has become a pretty big aspect within the XRP ecosystem in the last couple of years. And as we do look at it right now, it is up about 31% on the 24-hour span. You love to see that. Algorand still sitting at about roughly 20 cents after we were calling it under 10 cents to make sure that you have some Algorand and also some other altcoins moving as well. XLM doing pretty nice. HBAR also doing very good. XDC up a little bit. QNT up 15% almost on the 7-day span. Love to see that. Listen, as we look at the space, I'm telling you guys, make sure that you are packing your bags when you can, especially on the lows, because Bitcoin, right? What's crazy about Bitcoin is if we look back at this year, okay, I remember when we broke over 20K for the first time, everyone was still calling 15K, 10K. We're going to, this level, that level. Bearish charts everywhere. Guess what? The lowest that we came back down to was $20,200. Then we continued to move and we broke over 30K, but it was short-lived, right? It wasn't until just recently, in the end of October, when we broke over 30K and we maintained this level. We didn't have much time to buy sub 30K, right? But I will say this, as we hit 40K, it was proof that we had even shorter amounts of time to buy sub 40K. And this goes for altcoins and it goes for Bitcoin as well. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because I've been seeing a lot of people, especially in the XRP community, because we had this nice little run up to almost 70 cents. And now that we, pulled back, a lot of people are saying, well, that's it. XRP's done. We're going back to this level, that level, whatever. And I want you all to understand how volatile this space actually is. Credible Crypto said it perfectly. And he quoted his tweet from November 15th. Man, it's freaking time. Easy mode. It's up only mode. Bear steaks for dinner mode. Call it whatever you want, but it's time. And we see over here up only mode. Not talking about the 5-minute chart though. This is the most volatile asset in the world. You're going to get some low time frame volatility, but anything sub 40K will not be seen again this cycle, in my opinion. And honestly, listen, we might see sub 40K, in my opinion, but I don't know. Anything is possible. But technically speaking, if we see the things line up like we have been seeing so far, meaning we're starting to see the ETF discussions brewing a little bit more, we're starting to see discussions around liquidity improving greatly. We're starting to see the flood coming back into this space as well. Then yeah, I don't think that we see sub 40K. And at that, again, make sure that you are looking at altcoins that have barely moved. A lot of people want to make fun of these altcoins, but some of those altcoins that have barely moved will soon wake up in a very large way. And there's not a lot of them out there. I mean, some of them have done tremendous moves already this cycle, and that's why I always say, you need to make sure that you are paying attention to how the cycles work, how liquidity in this market flows. Right now, yeah, it's all eyes on Bitcoin, but at the same time, it's all eyes on altcoins as well, because they will soon wake up in a very large way, and XRP is not excluded from that list. Also, big shout out to ISO 2022 for this video. Unfathomable amounts of wealth set to enter the crypto space. When the public sees the spike in price, there will be no more FUD.
You said what will be the defining thing for the national level. I'm going to put it out there and say it's going to be spot Bitcoin ETFs, which are going to get approved. So you approve a BlackRock spot ETF, the biggest asset manager on the planet. You approve a Fidelity spot ETF, the oldest trading institution in America, and others. You create a massive liquidity into Bitcoin. You also create a pathway for people to just start, hey, I'm going to move a little of this. The bank's going, okay, we'll move some Bitcoin for you. You want to move a little out of here, move it into there, right? Your thoughts on how impactful that is for the Bitcoin space, and then what that does for mining.
So the one thing we haven't talked about with spot ETFs, which I think is going to absolutely change everything, is the sovereign wealth funds that are now going to have access to investing in Bitcoin. That is massive money that we can't even fathom, from Asia, from the Middle East, from Europe. Like, these sovereign wealth funds have not been able to invest. Once the ETFs come, that'll be the start of it. This is a amount of money that is going to change the price of the coin, without question. So I think it's very positive what we're seeing. I think the SEC they're at the point where it's like they can't hold it back anymore. It looks like it's something we've all been waiting for, and so far, we're on the right path there. That you're right. When the public sees that kind of liquidity, when we see the spike in the coin, I don't see how the negative FUD can continue at the rate it is right now. So we just have to wait and see,
So yeah, I mean, listen, as we look at this space right now, this is why I say everything is aligning perfectly, and especially for XRP holders. Like, I don't understand how you could be an XRP holder right now and sit there and say, oh, XRP is so frustrating to hold. It's been so bad this season, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to even hold it anymore. I want to sell for it, something else. Think about what happened this year. Again, this is why I say the short term is all noise. Look at the long term. Look at what happened, right? We've seen the XRP lawsuit completely gone for at least the next couple years. All right, so that was one of the biggest weights on the shoulders of XRP in terms of price movement. Now, we also seen that on-demand liquidity from Ripple's side is truly heating up. And for those out there that are saying, well, all these banks are using on-demand liquidity, why isn't XRP moving in price? The thing about on-demand liquidity is that it's not a price driver. I've said this a million times on this channel. It builds a floor model for XRP because of how much demand there is. But you remember, those transactions are 3 seconds. So XRP is not seeing a very significant amount of volume just yet, and it's not creating value at all currently. Also, remember this. With on-demand liquidity at the current moment that it is in right now, combined with retail demand, combined with the XRP ledger's demand, XRP is positioned so damn well, not only for this next cycle to really start to happen, but for the long-term road ahead, because there is so much utility brewing around XRP as a digital asset. But outside of this, everything is aligning perfectly for the entire space to erupt in value. Even Laura Shin had Raoul Pal on her podcast. And what he's predicting for 2024 is it's the perfect storm, essentially. He talked about it being the perfect environment for crypto and the economy at large. Listen closely to this statement that he makes in this almost 2-minute long video.
Crypto markets are forward-looking. So most people are saying, well, we're probably around a recession. We're seeing unemployment go up, blah, blah, blah. Crypto knew about this last year because it's forward-looking. It actually trades on liquidity conditions. And I do a lot of macroeconomic research at my research company, Global Macro Investor. And for us, the liquidity cycle just keeps going for the next 2 years. So we will see a bottoming of the economy maybe Q1, Q2 of next year, that people will visibly start to see things improving. but the markets are already trading it. The equity market's already almost back at the all-time highs. Crypto markets ripping because they're discounting this. If we live that 6 months in the future, are the Fed likely to be raising rates or cutting rates? Cutting rates. At worst, they don't do anything. But that's so the probability is for easing of liquidity conditions. Is there a chance, because we're going to an election year, that they stimulate with fiscal stimulus? Pretty much 100% chance they'd like to buy votes. So 2024 is all about stimulus and economic recovery. That's a very, very, very good backdrop. And that's the transition from crypto and macro spring into crypto macro summer. And that macro summer, crypto summer, is we're starting to see growth pick up, but inflation's not picking up yet. It's still falling from the lagging effects of the old cycle. So inflation is not a problem, growth is going up, and liquidity is coming into the system. That's like the perfect environment.
If you enjoyed this clip.
So there you guys have it. And again, I completely agree. Listen, if you have followed cycles, if you have done the research on how crypto moves, it's all liquidity. It's a liquidity cycle. Now things are aligning perfectly. And now, for all of those XRP holders out there, the moment that you've been waiting for, as we look into the chart that got posted by JD757. Full transparency, JD actually works with me and Tokenizer on the Crypto Wealth Network. If you guys are not a part of it, I highly suggest you guys join. It's $100 a month. I know that it seems expensive, but listen, we give you everything you need to know about crypto all in one spot. And you have 3 individuals from the space that are very educated on what's happening, very educated on a lot of these altcoins that you guys are most sought after: XRP, XLM, XDC, HBAR, QNT, Casper, so many. Again, it's a very great group to be in, especially as we do brew into this next cycle. But everyone has been posting this chart, and we do see golden cross confirmed for XRP. Historical patterns show potential fireworks in the XRP price chart. 2017, 700% surge, a brief correction and soaring 60,000% in 12 months. 2020, a 40% dip followed by a jaw-dropping 1,000% rise. Reminder, in 2017, when XRP soared 60,000% in 12 months from roughly half a cent to $3.84, that was directly after the golden cross confirmation on the 4-day. What's your 2024 price target for XRP? Comment below. And listen, as we look at this chart, this is the same chart that I responded back to. And News Bitcoin actually posted it 1 week ago. XRP price set to explode. Analyst identifies trigger for next parabolic move. Now, listen, I'm not an analyst, but JD really is, right? He has done so much analysis in the Wealth Network, and this chart is one of those charts. Now, he did update this, but I also did respond back to this chart because they didn't include it here. And what I said was, we break that 92 cent level and it's game over on XRP, because it is. When we go over here to what I just recently said, I said the only level I'm worried about with XRP is the 92 cent area. This is significant macro resistance that should take us to the 2021 high when broken. After that, we look for the all-time highs to be hit on XRP. And here is the JD chart that got updated. Very simple to look at, very simple to understand. XRP non-linear scale for the true value. Look very closely. Are we finally breaking out on the non-linear scale? It's been 6+ years. Will this be the momentum breakout we need? And here you guys have the overall chart. XRP USD weekly non-linear scale. Here's the multi-year trend line. Here's us following the multi-year trend line down here as well, really kind of in this macro wedge. Will we confirm the breakout after weekly close? And here you guys have the overall peaking above this trend line. Again, there has not been another time in the history on XRP's chart that we have peaked above this. And here we have beginners will buy up here. The hype again, it's going to be a fun but sad bull cycle for the beginners. And here we have my overall chart, which really just shows the trend line, right? And how we are peaking above it, even here, after hitting a little bit of a resistance zone at roughly 70 cents. Again, 70 cents is a big level of resistance. You could see what happened when we broke out of it back in July of 2021, after we had that nice run up to almost $2. Here's us trying to peak above the trend line. We didn't even tap it on the wicks. We reject it, came back down to 92 cents as support, and had another go at it, but we couldn't, and we failed to. And once we broke down past 92 cents, it was game over for XRP. And again, 92 cents, you have it on the chart here, the line going right through. You could see how we slightly tried to break over it back in July with the lawsuit announcement. You could see us tapping it, almost tapping it here in April of 2022. We tapped it back in February of 2022. You could also see the support levels that we hit when we pulled back in the roughly fall timeframe of 2021. We held it, and then we had a nice impulsive move off of it when we broke out of it back in the summer of 2021. Again, you could see when we broke out of it back in April of 2021 to $2 almost. Back here in 2017 and even 2018, here's April of 2018, again trying to break out of that 92 cent zone, failing to do so, and having a nasty correction down to the bottom. You could also see us riding it slightly here before breaking down past it. And you could also see how we broke above it back in December of 2017, and we held it as support on 92 cents before seeing that $3.30. It's actually $3.84, but all these charts are a little bit different on the price level of XRP. But you could see the significance of 92 cents. That is what we are waiting for us to break over. After we break over that 92 cent zone, it's game over. That's where we target the $2 level, and then ultimately and hopefully we target the all-time highs for XRP. And again, there's nothing really holding XRP back in this next cycle. So in my opinion, I don't see why we won't make a new all-time high on XRP. Of course, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying the chances of XRP making a new all-time high are pretty high, considering the fact that there really isn't much, scrutiny around XRP's name that there was back in 2020 and 2021. And also, CoinsKid, big shout out to CoinsKid. We actually see him addressing this level on XRP as well. Weekly XRP USD is a huge breakout forming here for XRP. Patience is key with XRP. 92 cent zone 1 tapped, $1.36 zone 2 tapped. $1.36, that's the next level after 92. Key support, green ascending support line, 20 weekly EMA, yellow line. Will XRP march towards zone 2, or is it time to break it down? And if we do break down, what you're talking about roughly like the 55 to 58 cent zone, but we already tapped that. As you guys do see, we already came down to about 57 cents. We rode the waves. So to me personally, XRP looks ready. The entire market looks ready. We just have to wait and see. But the weekly candle close, which happens later today, because now it's midnight, so it's technically Sunday, we're talking about the end of the day today to confirm if this breakout is confirmed or not. So if you are an XRP holder, today could very well be the day that starts the big run on XRP. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Peace out.